Hey guys, this week we're installing the custom wheel well we got assembled last time. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Welcome back to the shop here at Alchemy Motorsports, where we are working on Project Tallhoe. We are slapping a 1971 International Travelall body on top of the floor and chassis of a 2003 Tahoe. This week, we are still working on this rear driver's section. We have put episodes, weeks, into trying to tie up the interior and exterior here, but we're slowly whittling it away. This week, we are looking at getting the wheel well and inner wheel arch that we got all fully assembled last week put into this thing. Want to get it tacked in place and start fitting in all the pieces I've built that start to go around it. If you missed that episode, you want to see us figure out how that wheel arch finally came together, there's a link right here up above so that you can do that. Also, if you're new here, go ahead and check out the link down below for the entire playlist to the build of Project Tallhoe. If you enjoy what you see, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Doesn't take long, and it really does help me out here on the channel. Anyway, guys, I don't have a ton of time this week, so let's just get stuck into it. Hey guys, so the audio got a little messed up in this section, so I've had to dub over it. This is the wheel arch that I finished in the last episode. I got all these pieces attached and put together, but that was as far as we got on it. There's still a lot of work to be done, so let me go over to the Travelall here and show you what the problem is with how much I had built in the last episode. So the wheel arch comes across right here. However, down all this open space here, it all has to be sealed up. Over here on the back side of the body drop down will go right through here. So that's the most important part that I have to get sealed up. But I'm actually going to wrap it around this corner and cover up a bunch of this just to prevent debris and a bunch of garbage from getting slung all the way to the back here. But to do all that, the wheel arch has to continue all the way down from up here to the very, very bottom down here. That way I can attach the panel and seal that all up. So that drop down is what I've been working on. So here you can see the complete wheel arch. On each side, I've added some length. Over here, from this weld right here, I've added all of this length to it, as well as contoured it a little bit, so that the shape will wrap around the outer fender, the body of the Travelall, and fit close, but not right up against. Same thing over here. I built this contoured shape, and it does the same thing. These both go all the way down to the very bottom. So with both of those as finished as I can make them for now, it's time to take this entire thing and get it put back in the Travelall. I think it's time to start attaching it to the vehicle. Here we've jumped about an hour and a half into the future. I had to do a lot of cleaning, grinding, prepping. There was a lot of seam sealer, undercoating, and everything that was all along this edge that had to be completely removed before I could actually start doing the welding that I'm working on here in the video now. My goal here is to get this all tacked in place, both along the wheel well and along the wheel arch, because frankly, I don't know how to finish the rest of this quite yet. So I got to get this thing in place so that I can figure out all of my next steps. Well, that's not fully installed, but that's where it's gonna live. For better or for worse. With that wheel well tacked in place, That feels pretty solid. Also, that's all really nice and solid now. So that all seems good. Got a little bit of flex up here, but I think that's pretty normal for any auto body. So I think that put the rigidity back in there we were hoping it would. So I'm happy about that. One of the other things I've still got to figure out is this little section here. There will be a panel in here inside the wheel well that seals it off. I talked about that earlier. But I still want to make the inside look nice. So I've been sitting here staring at this, trying to figure out what my best bet is. And this is just a little bit higher. This is still Travelall. This is sitting just a little bit higher than the Tallhoe floor pan over here. And this thing is all the wrong shape. This is still Tallhoe, and it's just kind of been hammered around, not knowing what to do with it. So I think what I'm going to do at this point is cut this piece out all the way down to here, and then make up a new piece that will go between these two and fill that in. And then I'll make a top plate that comes in here and bridges all of that, and also will come up onto this a little bit, and I'll tack weld it, spot weld it inside there a few different times. Basically tying the floor pan to this pillar to the wheel well there. I'm trying too hard to make a complex piece when I can just weld it together probably faster than all this fighting. So I've gone through, ground back paint, prepped everything so that I could install this piece. I actually even spent an hour repairing my finger sander just so that I could do some sanding in here. I think the repair was just high quality enough to last for this amount of sanding. I don't know if that thing's got any life left in it. So that was probably a waste, but oh well. It got me to where I could work on this. Sometimes you realize you're just trying too hard. I was trying to like nicely seam and butt weld all of these different parts. And then I realized that I'm trying too hard and wasting too much time. It seriously just doesn't matter. I just melted the back of my seat with that extremely hot tip of the welder. Idiot. So, I remade this piece. Made it quite a bit faster, quite a bit simpler, and frankly, I think it looks just fine. I'll grind those welds back just a little bit here and there, but otherwise, that's gonna be plenty good. That should be just fine. I'm not worried about that at all. There's still a ton of welding to do on this. I never did go back and do that welding. I think I may also drill some holes in this just in case some water comes in. Drill some holes in this so it can pass through, I guess. Maybe I'll leave a drain hole underneath it as well when I assemble it all. Here's that finished install of that piece and the wheel arch sitting in its home. We built this section coming up here onto a lip, and then we built this section coming up here again onto a lip. So just kind of a waterfall thing going on there. But we're going to give it just a touch of grinding, clean up some of these spikier welds. And then we're just going to go ahead and splash some paint on that all the way through there, and I'll get those holes punched I talked about in this as well, I think. And unfortunately, that's all I have to show for something like an 8 or 9 hour day out here in the shop. Well, not every day goes amazingly, but hey, we're still making progress. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.